What's up guys, this is Sean and today we are in Kota Seriemas. Let's go! We are now in the front portion of this 2,400 acres master plan, and we start with Maidin in the front, and that would be the entrance statement to the township. It's a very distinct difference between whatever that is inside the master plan versus whatever that is outside. You will have two ways to come here. One is via the highway where you have all the well-built infrastructures. The other way is actually the Kampong Salak Tinggi, and the impression is not very good. First of all, let's get our coordinates right. We are here, which is next to Nilai and in between Seremban. It's very close to KLIA. Back in the days, right, a lot of people who works in the aviation industry, those are the main customers for Kota Seriemas. Another group of buyers that is really interested in this location is also those who works in Putrajaya. It's an alternative for people who works there. So this is connected in between the Lekas Highway as well as the North-South Highway. Pretty convenient. Then by zooming further, this is actually 2,400 over acres, which is insane. And this master plan started year 2000. It has been 21 years and it's still going strong. So what we're going to do today is we're going to check out the amenities surrounding here and why people are buying, and also to check out the product. So we are now around the KLIA quarters. So you have your grocers, your laundries, your car workshops, your eyewears, your mamas, right, and gym and etc. All are pretty much there. So right opposite the shop lots, you will have the quarters, and there's like a few thousand units here. This is going to be the supporting population to all the commercial segment as well as KLIA. Unfortunately, at this current moment of pandemic period, right, this is really affected because the airline business got really affected lah. But I think it's only going to be temporary. Right opposite the road, you will pass by this Kota Seriemas entrance statement and you will come to this golf and country club lah. It looks very colonial, and if you're a golf fanatic, it's only gonna be a bonus for you. Now we are in KPJUC, which is a university college held by KPJ, hosting 2,000 students. Although they have their own hostel, but lecturers you still got potential to rent out to them. You also have this amount of populations to be spending around the commercial areas. So across all these years, right, Kota Seriemas has developed several different landed products, and this is one of the nasi lemak products that everybody likes. We are now at Laman Mewah. So you have the guard post along with your linear parks and perimeter fencing, and this has received tremendous response from the public lah. So today actually the main focus is the townhouse that we're going to check out later, but this is just in case you are a fan of landed terrace houses, and the budget is around 460,000 for this type. We are now at one Cempaka short lot area, but what I really want to highlight is the landscape treatments. It's so colourful. Look at the hedge of Eugenias, the bicycle and running pathways, the bus stops. Again, for safety purposes, they put in this hedge in the centre as well. Then you have the existing residential areas. In this simple township, you have a road width of 3 lanes shaded by matured trees like this. Wow. And you also have bicycle parking areas. This seems to be the initiative of the developer to encourage people here to start cycling around. The amount of land just to be given for all this infrastructure, right? I could have easily just converted it into sellable areas, but I'm glad they didn't. Among the existing residential areas, right, you have this amazing lake at the end that serves as a recreational park for all the residents. You have the lotus plants at the end, you have an elevated structure, for the kids, and this can be a very nice jogging path across the matured trees. And so far I'm very delighted because it's really juxtaposing whatever that we see outside the perimeter of the township. If you look inside, right, the road shoulders, the tree densities, the landscape, bicycle pathways, lake, jogging pathway, street lamps, road width and etc. It's all very well built. When you buy a particular location, you are not only buying a plot of land, you are also buying the amenities and the infrastructure surrounding the house, because that forms your lifestyle. So I guess that's all. It's now time to actually check out the townhouse now. Finally, we move to the product, right? So today the main product is this townhouse called Cempaka Seri, because a lot of you all actually request more landed products. And for those who don't know what is a townhouse, this is 24 feet by 70 feet, and this is one unit, this is another unit. So every unit only has an opening for one car to park. But what really strikes me is this. Because of the existing topography, it gives the architect and designers, right, an opportunity to somewhat build the unit in a very exciting form. This is a very clear illustration of the topography, and it's surrounded by this amazing landscape. It's like a drainage pathway that is cutting the development into two. That also gives enough breather between buildings as well. Also, I appreciate the layout where you have 4 units, a gap, 4 units, a gap, 4 units. Also, rows between rows, you have greeneries as breather space as well. Not only that, you also have space to work out right behind your house. This is very cool. You have concealed drainage, very safe for kids. Then you have canopies for your car parks, you have the feeder pillars, your street lights, and your landscape treatments, hedges. Nice. Today we're going to check out the Type B unit, which is on the upper floor, and this will be all your utility meters, your rubbish compartments and things like that, right? Right, and in this length you can actually park 2 cars. You have concrete floorings, and let's go check out the unit. So your neighbor's connection will be like that, and it's a strata development, hence community living is still the core of the design, where you can just say hello, and this allows ventilation across lah. So that's good. First of all, we will have this drop, and right at the front we have the storeroom already. This is to allow heavy stuff to be placed here, for example your golf course, or you want to wash your cars or your bicycles and things like that. So right after your main door, right, you immediately have the staircase, and this is a 4-feet staircase. I like the width because this seems to be the main hurdle for a lot of people towards townhouse. If I want to move up furniture, this can get pretty inconvenient. So I think 4 feet is a very nice size. You have timber floors, you have steel handrails, and you have solid walls all across. But I like the height, so at least the hot air can actually just go up. Then coming upstairs, this will be your kitchen space, this will be your dining space, as well as your living space. Tile floorings, tile skirtings. But before we proceed further, just to let you guys understand the layout better, this is Type 3B. After the staircase, you will reach this kitchen space, dry yard. Then you have the dining and the living, along with the balcony to look outwards to the park. Then when you climb upstairs, you will have 3 bedrooms. You have bedroom 1, bedroom 2, and the principal bedroom. And you can see this thing here. This symbolizes a void. It means this living area at the bottom floor is a double height volume. Coming up to this kitchen, this is a 2.4 ceiling height. And you can see the elements of structural arrangements are pretty tidy. Column thickness are very pleasant. And you have 1.5 meters wall tiles, and that actually connects you to the... Right, coming out to your courtyard, this will be the location for your washing machine. The water inlet is here, the floor trap is here, the plug point is here. And everything is very nice, especially this. You have tile floorings and skirting, metal handrail, and that will be your view. These are the common areas for all the children around this development, and you look into the distance between houses. I really like this approach because it gives people that privacy, and this will be the aircon latch. Next to the kitchen will be this living room, and you can see the degree of height, which is amazing. Hence, without any artificial lighting right now, the entire space is lit up very nicely. So this 3.5 meters width, 6 meters height space to be called as a living room is just amazing. Just in case, right, you don't have enough light, this is in the corner, so you still have a side profile window like this to further allow light to light up your dining space. I like this profile. And currently, the selling price for this exact unit is around 380,000. Very attractive. And you can really feel yourself winding down when you reach home around here. And this will be the background to your living space. You will also have your own balcony space. All lighting points, aircon points, fan points are all provided along with this project. And now let's go upstairs. Coming upstairs, you have timber floorings, and I like that slight openings, right? Just to allow light to penetrate further. Anyway, this is around 3 meters and there will be 3 bedrooms here. 1, 2, 3. These 2 bedrooms will be sharing this common bathroom here. Full height wall tiles. Nice. And WC will be easy flick. Not only 1 but 2 windows for ventilation purposes as well. Then you have your compartment for your shampoos. I like how they use this kind of glass to somewhat still provide privacy for the user of the toilets. Both the same. First bedroom on the right, timber floor, timber skirt, 3 meter ceiling height, window profiles along with its own balcony, which is nice. You can actually open up both sides to your own very balcony. That really encourages ventilation throughout the space. The one thing I like that these windows are actually treated. So this is with and this is without. Cool. Moving forward, this will be another room, and again with 2 panels of windows, and you have a small corner there for your wardrobe space. And after that, this will be the principal's bedroom, and once you open the door, there will be a corner here to actually put in your table or for you to just drop your belongings, right? First, let's check out the principal bathroom. It's big, full height wall tiles. You have a special treatment. I like the void here, and the window for ventilation. WC basin. And I don't know whether it's a design intent or not, but every space will have not 1 but 2 windows. This is a 3.5 by 4 meters width along with this amazing opening that connects you to the double volume area. This is the view of the park in a different height level, and I think it's amazing. Also, to add on to the brightness of the space, they have this slit of window again that I really enjoy. And in this development, although it's townhouse, right, you can really feel the balance between open areas versus built up. And with that, I think it's now time for Sean take 3 on 3. 3 things I like. Number 1 would be the spatial arrangement as well as build quality of the townhouse itself. So common problems of townhouse will be the sense of narrowness when you go into the entrance. I think this one you don't have. Then you will have very complicated structural arrangement in the unit. Again, this one you don't have. And it can get kind of dark in certain corners of the space. Again, this unit you won't have such a thing because of the spatial arrangement that is very, very well done. So I think it's very strategic to place the storeroom downstairs because of all the heavy loadings and things like that. I like the double volume height that actually allows enormous amount of light into the living space. And my favorite of all would be that slit window to the bedrooms. Number 2 would be the balance between open space and built up. You can really see that balance between green areas and built ups, along with the organic forms of arrangement of the houses, and how they respond to the difference in level, right, is also very amazing. And last of all would be the price. So the price of 380,000 for 1,800 square feet, close proximity to NELAI and KLIA, along with all the tertiary education facilities. So in accordance to the theme, the rental for the lower units now here is around 1,500. That is very, very surprising. 3 things that I'm concerned of. Number 1 would actually be the unfortunate crisis of pandemic that we are facing right now. That really impacted the main audience of this location, which is mostly from the aviation industry. Number 2, it depends where you come from. If you come from the highway, you won't feel the ruralness, the kampong feel when you come into the development. So the pathway to the development requires you to go through certain rural areas, and that can really gives you the impression that this is not developed land. If you choose to look at Nilai area, so this is very close to urbanism and development and things like that. If you look into Kampong Salak Tinggi, then you still have that very local flavor of things. But when we look into the development line, you look into Serenia City, San Surya City, Clomax Saujana QLASSIC, right? All are really heading towards this direction. Last of all, this is a very own stay product. It's really a location for you to call home because it really lacks in terms of action and hustle and bustle and commercial activities. In comparison to what we know in KL City Centre, this is definitely different. But if you are actually looking to build a family and you actually work around the area, Nilai, Salak Tinggi, Sepang, you should really consider this because as we speak now, there's nothing but bird sounds and TV sounds from the neighbour. It's so quiet, I can hear whatever show that's playing in the neighbor's house. That's crazy. So I think that's all for this episode. What do I think? If I were to be working in KLIA as a manager, it makes a lot of sense for me to be located here at this current price. But for us who actually stays in KL, right, it's really hard to make sense for us to travel every day back and forth. And with that, if you really like this episode, like it, share it, and even subscribe for more information like this. Thank you very much for the team for showing me around, and I'll see you on the next one. Ciao.